I was fairly new to working out on the missile sites. Right above us was a 9-megaton thermonuclear warhead. It was a monster waiting to go off. You think about working on a weapon of mass destruction, you're counting on everything to work perfect all the time. And things just don't work perfect all the time.
Beginning of the atomic age, there has been a sense of this immense power just being on the verge of slipping out of our control.
The warhead on top of the Titan II was 3 times as powerful as all the bombs used in the Second World War, including both the atomic bombs.
Haven't done me a darn thing.
Does that make you mad?
Yes, it does.
We got a potential nuclear explosion 46 miles from here. If that warhead explodes, Little Rock's gone. Do we let the world know? What do you do?
The governor of the state of Arkansas is Bill Clinton.
As regards a nuclear explosion, all we can do is to trust the experts.
Is there a warhead on the site?
I cannot confirm or deny.
The Air Force is telling people it's not happening.
Before September 18th, the only warheads that we thought would go off in the United States would be Soviet. We never considered our own warheads could detonate on our own continent.
Nuclear weapons are machines, and every machine ever invented eventually goes wrong. "19 years before the Damascus accident, a B-52 bomber carrying 2 powerful hydrogen bombs took off on a routine mission over North Carolina. During the mission, the plane experienced a fuel leak, and suddenly the B-52 began to break apart midair. As the fuselage was spinning and heading back towards Earth, the centrifugal forces pulled on a lanyard in the cockpit. And that lanyard was pulled exactly the way it would be if a crew member wanted to release its hydrogen bombs over enemy territory.
Bombs are relatively dumb. They sort of think that if you drop the bomb out of the bomb bay, you must have intended to do that.
One of the weapons in particular went through all of its arming steps to detonate. And when that weapon hit the ground, a firing signal was sent. And the only thing that prevented a full-scale detonation of a powerful hydrogen bomb in North Carolina was a single safety switch.
All it is a 2-position on-off switch. That prevented 4-megaton disaster. If the right 2 wires had touched, the bomb would have detonated, period.
Most of you might remember when the Cold War was at its height, the Soviet Union had just shot down a Korean jet.
We live in a world in which the great powers have poised and aimed at each other nuclear weapons that can in a matter of minutes arrive in each other's country and destroy virtually the civilized world we live in.
Пошла ракета, повторяю, пошла баллистическая ракета. Военная база западной побережья США. Военного старта 00:15:03. Уровень достоверности максимальный.
Всем немедленно занять свои места.
Права достоверность запуска. Возможно, 50/50.
It's up to him to tell his leadership to launch a counterattack, which probably would have wiped out half of our population.
Нельзя больше ждать, мы теряем время. Мы не успеем ответить, ты должен принять решение.
Правильное решение. Погибнет очень много людей. Очень много людей. What a privilege to meet you, the man who saved the world.
I'm not a hero. I was just in the right place at the right time.
On October 27th, a spy plane piloted by Major Rudolf Anderson was shot down by a Soviet missile. The same day, a nuclear-armed Soviet submarine was hit by a small depth charge from a U.S. Navy vessel trying to signal it to come up. The commanders on the sub, too deep to communicate with the surface, thought war had begun and prepared to launch a nuclear torpedo. That decision had to be made unanimously by 3 officers. The captain and political officer both authorized the launch, but Vasily Arkhipov, second in command, refused. His decision saved the day, and perhaps the world.
I think the human race needs to think more about killing, about conflict. Is that what we want in this 21st century? I want to say, and this is very important, at the end, we lucked out. It was luck that prevented nuclear war. We came that close to nuclear war at the end.
Hope not.